Every 2 years, 1/3 of the 100 seats in the U.S. Senate are up for re-election. Democrats need to pick up a net 3 seats and the office of vice president to take control of the Senate. Or if Trump wins, they need a net 4-seat pickup. They got a pretty good shot. There are plenty of vulnerable first-term Republicans up for re-election, and with a candidate at the top of the ticket who is, shall we say, not the most popular president ever to seek re-election, many of these vulnerable Republicans can't count on presidential coattails to drag them to victory. So why is the majority in the U.S. Senate so important? Polls show Joe Biden's lead over President Donald Trump growing to double digits. Democrats will hold and maybe expand their majority in the U.S. House. So if Democrats can take the Senate, they could be in a position to enact the progressive dream agenda. Many Republicans, on the other hand, are seeing hanging on to the Senate majority as their only check on an emboldened Biden administration. For around 100 years, the Senate has operated under rules that essentially allow any senator to prevent a vote on a bill. You've heard of the filibuster? That's what we're talking about. But it's just a rule. It's not in the Constitution. It's not a law. The rule that 50 Democrat senators and Vice President Harris can change when the next Senate adopts its rules in January. Then they can pass anything with that same 50+1 formula. Democrats have expressed interest in using that slim majority to literally add states to the Union and add seats to the Supreme Court. Biden and Harris refuse to say if they agree with this idea. They aren't even really being pushed to answer the question. Back to the Senate. There are around 10 seats that will dictate the Senate majority. Let's talk about some of the ones to watch. Susan Collins has been the top Senate Democrat target since I was an underperforming distributor sales rep. And after decades of fending off challengers, the main incumbent finds herself trailing Sarah Gideon by 6.5 points. In Colorado, first-term Senator Cory Gardner is struggling to keep up with beer, brew, and guitar-picking former Governor John Hickenlooper. Hickenlooper looks to be pretty comfortably ahead in the polls. Another first-term Republican incumbent struggling to keep his job is Tom Tillis in North Carolina. He's trailing text message thrill-seeker Cal Cunningham. Cunningham is another of the new breed of Democrats with distinguished military service records, including tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Cunningham is currently facing calls to drop out of the race from the husband of his political consultant for reasons that are worth Googling. In Iowa, pig castrator and distinguished vet, well, not that kind of vet, another military vet, Joni Ernst trails her opponent, Teresa Greenfield, by 5. But this race seems to be narrowing, and the stats wizards at 538.com have this race listed as a toss-up. In Georgia, former Governor David Perdue is barely hanging on against Jon Ossoff, who got his master's in 2013 and immediately started running for office. So far, he's 0 for 2. Democrats must be thinking he's due. While the polling average shows him losing by around 3 points, 538 gives Perdue 73% chance of winning this race, meaning Ossoff may actually have to find a job until the next election. Lindsey Graham has been South Carolina's senator forever, and I don't know that he's ever seen a challenge like Jamie Harrison. This is one to keep an eye on. Republicans struggling in South Carolina is a canary in their nightmare scenario coal mine. Democrats, believe it or not, are actually struggling to hold on to a couple of seats. One of them's flat gone. They probably never should have had it in the first place, but if you don't remember why there's a Democrat senator from Alabama, Google Roy Moore and it'll refresh your memory. Tommy Tuberville won the Republican primary and apparently Tide fans will vote for an Auburn guy. So Coach has a 12-point lead in the polling average. In true SEC style, Tuberville is trying to run up the score on poor Doug Jones, who wasn't even around long enough to qualify for the Congressional Pension Program. All in all, it looks like Democrats have plenty of ways to take the majority. But there's a month till Election Day, and a sexting scandal here, a debate flub there, and who knows? Finally, a word about the vice presidential debate. Pence and Harris were both good, and their supporters can all claim victory for their side. It doesn't matter. Neither of them's running for president. In the run-up to the debate, there was a lot of discussion about how this one was different because Joe Biden and Donald Trump both seemed to be in ill health and could conceivably not finish their term. It strikes me as really weird and a little ghoulish. So quintessentially 2020. There seems to be a lot of "it's all over but the shouting" sentiment surrounding the election lately. Remember the immortal words of Bluto Blutarski, "Nothing's over till we say it is." If you're a Republican, don't stop believing. Trump didn't stand a chance last time, and not even COVID can kill him. If you're a Democrat, you may be feeling confident, but you better vote. Don't think it's in the bag. They don't need me. And if you're an independent, take heart. I hear Canada is going to reopen the border soon. We went long today, so if you made it this far, call me and I'll reveal my exclusive election double lead pipe lock of the week, absolutely free. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting NAED.